Today we're going to go do Ronnie Coleman's deadlift and back day. And we're starting off by driving the Hummer. When you're being Ronnie Coleman, you be Ronnie Coleman. So we're in the Airwave Hummer and Ronnie trained like we train. So wish me luck. So the iconic Ronnie Coleman deadlift workout. He did 800-pound deadlift for 2 reps, which for context, it was 3 years later that Andy Bolton pulled 930 in 2003. So it wasn't that far off the world record. It would almost be like a bodybuilder pulling 1,000 for a double today, which is insanity. So we're gonna do 800 for a double. Then he went to bent over rows. He did 5 plates for 8 reps, bent over row. I'm gonna work up to a heavy 8 for me. Whatever that turns out to be, I highly doubt that it's gonna be 5 plates, but we'll see what we can do. Then we'll go over to T-bar rows. He maxed the thing out. Again, I'll do what I can. But that's gonna be the Ronnie Coleman workout. I can do 800 for a double, that's not a problem. But go ahead, put in the comments, what do you think? Bent over row, top set of 8. Ronnie did 500, what do you think I could do? Wish me luck, should be good.
Something about deadlifting with calibrated plates and everything just doesn't feel as macho as the big steel plates.
I know, yeah, we need the clang. So I don't have a ton of idols in the lifting space, but Ronnie inspired me very specifically with Ain't Nothing But a Peanut. So in honor of Ronnie Coleman, the tribute. I remember like early lifting days. Like if you're not buddying at the gym, you're like,
so that's like the opposite of, I guess, what you promote of like the shouting and the screaming and everything, but that's so iconic.
Yeah, it is so iconic. And it's like an endearing level of intensity. It's not something like, I would never aspire to train with that level of intensity for reasons that I've talked about a lot in other videos. But there's something that's just like, you just love seeing someone like so passionate, so into what they're doing.
Well, do you feel like Ronnie Coleman after that?
So I was talking about strongman powerlifters. We've got our areas of expertise. Obviously 800-pound deadlift, not a huge deal for me. But we get into bent over rows. Ronnie did bent over rows, 515 for 8. And like, I will not be able to touch that. Pretty crazy, just to go through some of his best ever. I'll compare this to myself. His squatted 800 for a double. That's exactly the same as my best. Bench is 500 for 5. I've done 500 for 2. Dumbbell bench, 200 pounds for 12. I haven't pushed that at all. Military press, 315 for 12. I don't know. I probably couldn't do that. We'd have to try. I'd have to build up, but that's insane. Bench over row, 515. Sorry, 515 for 10 bench over row. The front squat, 585 for 4. I don't know how he'd have the mobility to front squat. That's insane.
Did cross arms.
Oh, that?
Yeah.
Like stabilizing that much weight cross arms is insane. Yeah. And he was only 5'11". Wow. Contest weight, 287 to 300, off season 315 to 330. Yeah, wow. He was such a big unit. Crazy. You get pulled over by that guy, he'd rip your dog. I'd pull myself.
All right, channel your inner Ronnie for this.
Oh, that's heavy. All right, come on, baby. Yep. Ah. I don't know how strict Big Ron did them, but we're cheating.
They weren't strict.
No?
No.
Okay.
They're right on par with what you're doing.
Okay.
That's 405?
Yep.
How much heavier do you think you're getting?
I'll go 450. It's funny how this is a really light deadlift, but when you pick it up and you're now in the context of you have to row it, like the feeling is completely different.
Was that lightweight?
It wasn't bad, but it just becomes a deadlift at a certain point, doesn't it? Like a deadlift and a belly bump.
You're not gonna go for 515?
No, 515 would just be fast hip hinges and bumping my belly to the bar. You're sort of losing the point. So we're gonna head over to T-bar rows and see what we can get there.
You know what you're missing for this workout is his anabolic gloves that he always wears.
Oh yeah, that was such a funny thing, huh? You'd never, ever, ever see anyone train with gloves anymore.
How are those feelings? When's the last time you did a bent over row like with the...
Long time. Long time. It's like so heavy in the backs of your shoulders. There's like no room for your arms to go anywhere. Very strange. Wow. I need straps. So obviously Ron isn't in the condition that he once was. He's been through a lot of surgeries. He's now maybe like a semi-handicap, but certainly has physical difficulties. And it's a reality that I think every strength athlete has to face, that if you push yourself to the limit over and over and over and over, that it can result in long-term damage. Now, it's important that there are certain genetic factors where some people are more predisposed. You take Ronnie's condition, you compare that to a Jay Cutler, and Jay Cutler is seemingly relatively healthy. Arnold's seemingly relatively healthy. And so all you're doing is shifting risk profiles. It's important to recognize that pushing yourself to the limit does increase the risk of certain musculoskeletal issues down the track, but it also completely diminishes the risk of others. So it's hard to say what point you're doing something that's detrimental to your health. But I think in the end, if you listen to your body and if you're looking to be healthy long-term, you don't need to push yourself to a 10 out of 10 intensity and as heavy as possible. And you just have to follow the best recovery principles you can. You have to follow the best training methodologies that you can. You got to do that 12 months a year and then hope that it doesn't turn out in a negative way. But you never know what kind of condition he would have turned out if he didn't lift heavy. You don't know what kind of condition anyone's going to turn in. We don't have the ability to live two lives. So don't have his condition make you concerned about lifting heavy. This is strictly talking, pushing it to the absolute extreme, which is what he had to do to be as great as he was, which is what I have to do to be as good as I am. And in the end, it's sacrificing some time off of our lives, but that is not translated to people who just lift heavy recreationally. It's like worrying about becoming an F1 driver because you drove the car to the gym. It's just completely different things. So lifting weights is healthy. Lifting weights can keep you healthy over the long run. Doing anything to the extreme can be detrimental. And it's something that plays on my mind a bit and plays with how long you're going to continue doing this. And at this point, I've accomplished more than I thought I could. And I'm loving doing it. But if it got to the point where maybe I would be disabled long term, then I'd have to weigh that up as it came, because nothing's a guarantee. Success isn't a guarantee. Disability isn't a guarantee. Living long isn't a guarantee. So you just got to make the most of whatever time you're here for. And that's really that. So I'd love to meet up with Ron one day. I'd love to collaborate with him. Definite icon of the strength sports scene. And yeah, I mean, he's back in the recovery, man. The good thing is he's still training hard, which is good to see. Okay, I couldn't do it. There's no way I could do another 100 pounds. That's heavy. Good on you, Ron. That's Ronnie Coleman's work here. Let me know how you think I did. Let me know what strongman do you think would be best to replicate Ronnie Coleman's full workout at his weight. Drop in the comments. As per usual, lift heavy, be kind. We will catch you next time. If you haven't already, like, comment, subscribe. Leave a moose, drop me in the comments if you have nothing else to say, and we'll catch you next time.